Hi, my name is Reza Rahadian, and I'm an actor-director. I just made my first feature film, selected to be a participant in JAFF feature project this year. One of the 10th participants that's selected for JAFF feature project this year. And yeah, that's to begin with.
Okay, good. Okay, tell me a bit, so why did you decide to also be a director, since you seem to be quite successful as an actor? Why the transition?
Transition, I think it's very important for me to keep myself growing in some type of way. I need to see what else can I do actually in this industry. Of course, being an actor has served me so many good things. It's over 20 years. I've been lucky enough to be a part of this Indonesian cinema industry. But again, I need to challenge myself. I really want to say something. I want to tell stories in a different way, which directing gives me the space for that. It gives me more room to actually say something and deliver a certain aspect of stories, and what message do I want to bring, or what type of story do I want to put on the table. Yeah.
And how is this process now? You are pitching essentially and asking for collaborators in the market. How do you feel doing that?
Yeah. My project called Panku, now it's in financing gap. So in JAFF feature project, we got the chance to meet potential partner and potential collaborators. So co-produce partnership. It's to find someone who can also join us for post-production financing, and that's what we're aiming as well in JAFF feature project. And we got a lot of good meetings and chances in JAFF feature project for us to be able to pursue this financing gap, so then we can finish the whole entire movie and present it to the audience. Yeah.
And does the fact that you are already, say, known as an actor, do you think it helps in that regard?
Some people who visited to join our meeting, I didn't know if they know me already. So some of them will start the conversation with, "Hey, before we start everything, I know you as an actor. I've seen you somewhere, blah blah blah." So I was like, okay, it could be. Of course, it's beneficial in a way. I cannot lie about it. It's beneficial in terms of like how relaxed, and how sometimes it helps me to present the film more subtle, more relaxed, enjoyable conversation, because unfortunately they know me, and it's a good thing.
Okay. And I guess we can talk a bit about your acting career. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me right now, as I was checking IMDb by now, you have played in more than 80 movies now, something like that. So all this time that you have been in the industry, what are the most significant changes you have seen, let's say, in the industry, and you as an actor, how have you changed?
For the past 10 years or the past decades, I think the industry has transformed into more industrial kind of thing, because this year we reach the highest number in Indonesian film history. Audiences who came to the cinema to watch Indonesian films specifically, it reached almost 75 million people who watch Indonesian films. So I think this is a very, very great moment for us to reflect and to celebrate, and also to contemplate on what can we do next. How can we sustain this kind of condition? Because it's not easy as well, but we're one of the country in Southeast Asia, or if I'm not mistaken, in Asia, who bounced back really fast for the past 5 years after the pandemic, to bring the audience back to the cinema. So the interest, the film that are made, over 140 films per year. Some of them are straight to the digital platform. Some still screen on cinemas and everything. So I think it's a great year. And for the past 5 years back, I think our contribution to the world cinema through the lens of International Film Festival has been increased. The number of Indonesian film that screen or in competition or a focus in Asia and Indonesia specifically has been spread in numerous international film festivals. I think that's a great news for us to showcase our film, our culture, and it's a very important momentum for all of us to keep this sustained and managing this.
And you yourself as an actor, how have you changed to the years?
Yeah, okay, as an actor, I think this past 5 years, I'm also consider myself quite lucky to be able to join films that are slightly more, the direction would go more to the international film festival type of film. So I'm not saying it's only the art house film that I'm doing. Of course, I've done majority commercial kind of movie, but to be able to balance that out, and it's for the past 5 years, I think the change is also drastically changing. I participate in movies that won in Locarno International Film Festival, Golden Leopard for the Vengeance, produced by Dede Meiske and also directed by Edwin. Also, Gaspar was the film that screened in Busan. So it was quite a beautiful experience throughout my career. Especially, I was fascinating because 20 years is not easy to manage. That's another homework. But I think I'm very grateful to still be productive as an actor. But now I can transition and switch to making my first feature was called Pangku. It's a very personal story to me. If I can
can you
explain
share a
more,
bit more about that?
So Panku is actually inspired. It's my love letter to my mom. That's to begin with. It's a love letter to my mom, and it speaks about how a single mother trying to survive, trying to put her son into school, facing problems, not having big goals in her life. She just wanted to be able to survive, and it sets in the north coastal of West Java area, was the area that doesn't really shown in many Indonesian films. So I was very interested to portray that kind of set, that kind of culture and settings, and speaks about the girl who served coffee. So it's a coffee maker, but in a traditional way, served on the lap of every guy who visit the coffee shop, and the girl would serve the coffee on someone's lap. So it becomes a tradition in some area, but it never really speaks about or voice it out what kind of things that happens there. So it's fascinating me to when I've done my research back in 2018.
And do you plan to act in it?
Sorry?
Do you plan to act also in the film?
So this film has been shot already. I didn't act in one single scene,
Okay.
so I'm purely directing it. So yeah, I didn't do any cameos or appearance in this movie.
Okay. And can you tell me a bit about the cast or?
Yeah. The cast member is also fascinating. It has Clarissa Taufan, new aspiring actors, very talented actors who played in one of the biggest, highest number of Indonesian box office in history. And then we have Fedi Nuril. Fedi Nuril also a very well-known actor. I think he's pretty well-known for his box office type of movies, Ayat Ayat Cinta and the latest Bila Esok Ibu Tiada. And of course, the one and only Christine Hakim is playing one of the main role in this film. And we have Devano Danendra, the young actor who are rising star in Indonesia, participate in Busan as well through his film. So yeah, we have a lot of beautiful and very talented cast.
And the fact that you were an actor before, do you think it helped you in directing?
I think so. I think it helps me a lot, especially on the acting sector. I think it helps me to not to push them in a way of making them uncomfortable, but I think I have the sense of how to make them comfortable on set and serve them with anything that they needed to be able to perform in a good way. So I think it helps me, as an actor, it helps me a lot during the directing process. Yeah.
And do you have, okay, maybe I'm not sure if you can tell that, but do you have a scene that is your favorite, let's say, from the film?
I mean, it would be subjective for me to say the scene, but I do have a few favorite scenes.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Thank you
Thank
very
you very
much.
much.